Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Hemant. Good morning, Neely. Venerable Lamo, Venerable Kelsang Varahi, Giovanna.
Good morning.
Who's your little friend, Giovanna?
Shiva.
Shiva.
Oh, how nice. Shiva, fatti vedere.
Lamala, your flowers are beautiful.
Thank you, Neely.
I feel like we're in the Netherlands. Or is that's not tulips, it's ranunculus or something?
I have no idea.
Geshe-Gelik is here.
Good morning. Please have a seat. Now, Ramula, begin with the prayer.
We'll start with the Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Jayata Mune Mune Mahamunaye Soha. Jayata Mune Mune Mahamunaye Soha. Jayata Mune Mune Mahamunaye Soha. And then the Medicine Buddha, verse of praise and mantra. Say the mantra 7 times. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Now the four measurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. And now the two mantras. The first one is for Chenrezig. He's the Buddha of great compassion. And we'll do the mantra 8 times. First, the verse of praise. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chenrezig, all-seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And now the verse of praise and mantra for green Tara. So we'll say this mantra 7 times. First, the verse of praise. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from all fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Now the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
Here, please, all my friends, set up positive motivations. So there's the whole point. Repeating, reciting after me, like refuge and bodhicitta prayer, is to set up, positive intentions. Okay, positive intentions. So the best form of positive intention is bodhicitta, altruistic attitude. In order to get maximum benefit from giving teachings, listening teachings, doing any form of spiritual practice in day-to-day life. So if you set up bodhicitta, so then it will help you to get maximum benefit out of your practice. Okay. So that's the whole point. Whether you say the prayer verbally or not, the whole point is to set up, the best form of motivations in order to get maximum benefits from your practice. Okay. Any spiritual activity that you are going to engage to get the maximum benefit for you, and of course for all other living beings. Sanje chodan soje chonam chanjo pardo dane chabzonje dagi chushi chebe sonam dola penje sanje drobara jo sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo pardo dagi chushi chebe sonam je dola penje sanje drobara sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo pardo dagi chushi jibe sunam je rola penje sanje robara sho lata lame mina miya ji ombo da jaje la so chushi chola chawa cheba nam sanje ya songja rado shi dewe juju ba de da shi tambe chushi de je namo la ye ke da lo da de je ke tebo da da me ya na do ku je do no je ba tamje ke do dagi chude do 강게 두제 예선에 따와 담제 방배서 담배수는 된제만 고담들라 차세로 네. Now today is good morning Dharma, good morning Nili, good morning William, good morning Dr. Watkin, Kadamba Center Director since from beginning this time. So not this just live, since from beginning this time. Wonderful. Good morning, Panditji Pati. Good morning, Patricia from Patagonia. Good morning, Susan Daniel. Yeah. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Sheila. Good to see you. Good morning, Chetan from Mexico. Good morning, Govina. Good morning, Venerable Tinzel Hamo. Good morning, Jill Marie. Good morning, Katina. Good morning, Phillips. Good morning, Arlene. Good morning, Luis. Montana or Raleigh?
Raleigh. Raleigh now.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Venerable Lamu. Good morning, Tachi Dilek. Alex as well. Yes. Good morning, Venerable Kelsang. And anybody watching YouTube, good morning. Maybe Venerable Lamu, can you lead this 9-round breathing meditation, please?
So the
Okay, just go 1 second. For the sake of knowledge, this 9-round breathing meditation according to Lamrim teachings, it's not really negative, but it's like wasted energy that's stuck into our channels. And over time do cause physical discomfort, and also that contribute to the mental discomfort. So then once the mental get disturbed, so then it's harder to do any form of spiritual practice. So therefore, according to Lamrim, this 9-round breathing meditation helps how to eliminate wasted energy that's been stuck into our channels. So each time when our mind gets uptight with something, not the positive things, uptight with something that's not necessarily positive. So then that mindset become, as one hand you could say like that mind become unbalanced, imbalanced or unbalanced. Huh?
imbalance.
Imbalance,
Yes, sir.
unbalanced, imbalance.
Either one.
Either one is also correct. Okay. Imbalance. Each time when the mind gets uptight with something, I don't think that refers to, like the, I think uptight is different than focus. I think uptight is different than focus. Focus doesn't waste your energy if you try to focus on one single object. Of course, that object can be negative. So then, so the minute we start to focus on something negative, so then that mind become negative too. So I think there's a difference between focus and uptight. So then how that rests, because it become imbalance. So then very energy that very mind right on, so that energy become imbalanced. So then that's what's called waste. So that energy goes into the channels. Channels that merge from the crown chakra, channels that merge from throat chakra, channels that merge from heart chakra, channels that merge from the navel chakra, channels that merge from the tip of the organs. There are 5 chakras. That's where the channel emerge. That's what it's called, chakra. That's where channel emerge. Of course, everything begin from the heart chakra. Everything begins from the very beginning. So there's eight of them develop. Very beginning, 8 of them develop. Then from there, many channels emerge. In the very beginning, so the 8 channels merge from the heart chakra. So then from there, slowly, other channels merge and develop also the other chakras. So there's where energy goes in and out, in and out. So according to Lamrim, so there's a purpose of doing 9 round breathing meditations to help you to eliminate those wasted energy that's stuck into your channel, then over time do cause physical discomfort, so that they contribute to mental discomfort. So then, when the mental discomfort rise, then mind is disturbed. So then it's hard to engage into any form of spiritual practice, which will shape our life, any form of spiritual practice will shape our life, means make our life meaningful. So then according to Mahamudra teachings, so that 9 round breathing meditation, same 9 round breathing meditation, there's no different way of doing it, same 9 round breathing meditation, same way of 9 round breathing meditations, refresh our mindset, or as tongue is clear mind, it's called tongue. Nik means murky mind. It's kind of this 9 round breathing meditation, according to Mahamudra teaching, is kind of like separate murky mind and clear mind. So eventually all the murky mind go down like dust in the water. So then clear mind will rise above that. So that's according to Mahamudra teachings. That's the purpose of 9 round breathing meditation. So you can, so just for the sake of knowledge, so then next time when you explain, so you can explain like that. So then when they look at Lamrim teaching, they will find exactly what we explain. When they look at the Mahamudra teaching, they will find exactly the way you explain. So the Mahamudra teaching is not taught by you. Lamrim is not taught by you, it's taught by Lama Tsongkhapa and Mahamudra teaching. The text that I'm like quoting, that's composed by Panchen Lama, 4th Panchen Lama. Then of course it's taught by, Yogi Dhamma Banza and Lama Tsongkhapa. So then it kind of shows this, teachings coming from, that teaching has lineage. It's not just, you just made it up, and taught by great scholar, then investigated by, also again, investigated by great scholar, taught by great practitioner, investigated by great scholar, so then tested by meditator, and produced the result. So if you follow that kind of teachings, more likely it will produce some result, rather than lead to nowhere. So then next time when they go, so read, they will find exactly the same thing that what you explained. So then, at least you are giving them right instructions. Whether they produce result or not, the teaching is fully capable to produce results. Whether they produce result or not, that's entirely dependent on how well you put into practice, okay? At least you pointed them on the right directions. So you tell them, oh, this is the highway that leads to Washington, D.C. If they follow that highway, eventually they will get to Washington, D.C. They are not going to end up in L.A., so they are going to get to Washington, D.C. And the first that you have to have intentions to. Without intentions, everything we do is based on intentions. If you don't have intention to go, so probably no matter how many times somebody points, tells you, oh, this is the highway that leads to Washington, D.C., but you don't have intentions, you'll never get there. You may have strong intentions, but you don't know how to get there, so that's become troubles or problems. So then So you just guess, or maybe this will lead here, maybe may end up in like somewhere else rather than Washington DC like that. Or then maybe you have full doubt, or maybe this road is not going to lead. So then, there's a first not have desire to go. One first obstacle. Second, following the wrong way. Idea to get to Washington DC, then following the wrong way. So then the second, even though you find the road to eventually lead to Washington DC, but you are very doubtful. You are very doubtful. So then that also becomes the three main obstacles. In order to get somewhere, similarly, in order to achieve anything in the spiritual level, there are three obstacles: not have intentions, full of doubt, and that following the wrong path. Okay. Oh yeah. So that's just for sake of knowledge, So next time, if you want to explain to somebody else, so that's how you explain. Okay. So now Lamula will lead the meditation. Then we do 9-round breathing meditation together. Lamula will lead.
So you get into your meditation posture. So if you're sitting on a cushion or even on a chair, you can cross your legs. And if you're sitting with your legs down, just don't cross your legs. Try to put your feet flat on the floor. And if you don't know the entire posture, just keep your back straight. And try to relax all the tension in your body. Now, put your middle finger on your ring finger in your left hand and block your left nostril. And then breathe deeply and slowly through your right nostril. And then switch to seal your right nostril and exhale deeply and slowly through your left nostril. Now repeat that 2 times for the first round. Now on your right hand, you put your middle finger on your ring finger and then block your right nostril and breathe deeply and slowly through your left nostril. Inhale. And then block your left nostril and exhale deeply and slowly from your right nostril. And repeat this 2 more times for the second round. Now for the third and final round, breathe in through both nostrils deeply and slowly, and exhale deeply and slowly from both nostrils. And we'll do that 3 times. So if your mind is still imbalanced, then you can repeat this again and again until your mind is more settled.
Oh, yeah, very good. Mm. After that, if you want to continue your meditations, mm, so then out of positive mindset, as I mentioned before, the best form of positive mindset is bodhicitta, altruistic attitude. Or any form of mindset is also good, but the best form of mindset is bodhicitta. There's no clear instructions if you want to continue your meditations. So there's clear instructions in the Mahamudra text composed by Penchen Lobsang Chuji. Namda give symptom. Namda give symptom. Namda Gyawa means pure thought. Pure thought here refers to bodhicitta, pure thought. So then any form of pure thought is good. But the best form of pure thought refers to bodhicitta. So then, if you consider yourself as a Buddhist, so then you do refuge prayer. In order to do refuge, so you need to set up a refuge field. You need to visualize refuge field. How to do that? Then of course, space before you, you visualize this beautiful throne, throne, beautiful throne made out of all kinds of precious jewel. So then of course there's like, that throne is like lifted by 8 fearless snow line. Some of you have idea, maybe some of you have no idea, but that's like a little bit details. Snow lines. So why there's no, for the sake of knowledge also again here, why there's snow line painted under the throne? Those snow lines symbolize 8 fearless qualities of enlightened beings. That's why they are painted there. That's why, again, for the sake of knowledge. That symbolize 8 snow lines painted under the throne symbolize 8 fearless of enlightened qualities. That's why it's painted there. Okay, for the sake of knowledge. Next time when you see it, you can explain to other people this painting is not just for fun, symbolize enlightened qualities. Huh? So anyway, space before you visualize, in order to do refuge, according to instructions, do you visualize space before you, this beautiful throne made out of all kinds of precious jewel. If you can picture that, that's good. If you cannot picture that, then just get the idea. Just get the idea. So then top of that throne, there's like beautiful lotus. So then top of that, there's like mundis. Something white, round, circle. Top of that, so then there's another red circle which symbolizes sun or sun disk. Again, these three things symbolize the very person that's going to sit on that throne, or the very person that you are visualizing on that throne possess renunciations. Lotus symbolize renunciations. Moon disk symbolize bodhicitta. Sun disk symbolize wisdom realizing emptiness. So that means the very person there you are visualizing on that possess these three principal path, which will lead you to full enlightenment. Okay, beautiful throne made out of precious jewels. Top of that, lotus, then moon disk, then sun disk. Then on that, so then you visualize Shakyamuni Buddha, founder of the Buddhist path. One face, two hand, right hand, supreme giving hand gestures, something like this. Left hand, meditative positions, holding a bowl filled with amrita, nectar. So then after that, now you think about the situations that we are all in since from beginning this time. No life is perfect. No life is perfect. We all go through different types of complications. Since from beginning this time till now. All kind of problems we go through, we went through, we're still going through, we will probably going through in the futures. If we don't stop them, that's what is called cyclic existence. It's like cycle, It's go round and around. Then after that, you reflect on the situations that you are in, or your family member, your close one, your friend, enemy, you consider some people as enemy, you consider some people as a stranger, then you visual, all of them going through all kinds of problems. Problem that we go through is like deep as the oceans and the vast as a space. There's no edge. That. The very thing that you visualize called refuge field. Refuge field. That's what you just set it up or just visualize. You just visualize that space before you. So that Buddha is looking at you, delightfully looking at you, not like, it's not like with unhappy mind. And that Buddha is looking at you delightfully. And you are also looking at that Buddha with happy mind. So then after that, then you again reflect on situation in different levels. So you realize that you achieve precious human life. The very life that you have is called precious human life. You achieve precious human life and you met Dharma. These are all good conditions for your future enlightenment. These are all good conditions. You need these conditions in order to liberate yourself from the samsara. In order to achieve fully enlightenment, you need those conditions, and which you already had. You are just refocusing what you had, precious human life, and not just that, the method Dharma. So this is the opportunity for you to liberate yourself or achieve fully enlightenment or get closer, or maybe at least going towards that directions, guiding your life towards that directions. This is the precious opportunity you had. This is the most precious opportunity you had to start the path that will produce your liberations. You had all the conditions. So there's the third level of reflections or meditations. So in reality, we have all kinds of fears. We have all kinds of fears about all kinds of things. Many things that are related to this life, we have fear of. We have fear of many things that are related to this life. There's fear that is related to many things that when we go through unknown journey, not knowing the destination, there's all kinds of fears. So we seek refuge into Buddha. We seek refuge into Buddha. So then we try to develop conviction, faith towards Buddha's, follow his teachings, then overcome from all the fear that we have associated with this life and some of the fears associated with afterlife. Then with that conviction, faith towards the Buddha, the very Buddha that you visualize on this beautiful throne, then you take refuge, not just for yourself, for all the sentient beings, you take refuge. Okay? So then there's like longer version of refuge prayer, longer version, not just stanza we usually say. We just said, I just said in Tibetan, the 4-line, one stanza, not that one. So there's a longer version of refuge prayers. So then you do that. Or if you already have ideas of what the refuge is, then you can just meditate. No need to say the word. So word is usually guides you how to take refuge in the very Buddha that you visualize space before you on beautiful throne. So then you take refuge 3 times, out of pure devotions, in order to liberate yourself. That's all, nothing more, nothing less. To liberate yourself. Then when you reflect on the current situations that you are in, you are going through all kinds of complications, all kinds of problems. And since from beginning this time, still going through. We already went through, now still going through, then maybe you're going through again. That's called cyclic existence, cycles, never ends. Today is the precious opportunities that you have. So at least you can start the path. At least you can start to guide yourself onto the right path that will eventually liberate you from all this problem for good. So out of that knowledge and out of that understanding, then you take refuge, say refuge prayers, not longer version. Me and all sentient beings, according to longer refuge. Da, me, all sentient beings. From now on till I reach full enlightenment, I take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, or something like that. Of course, I take refuge. I take refuge in the Lama, the Buddha Dharma Sangha. So then you to repeat this idea 3 times, and still holding the visualization if it's possible. Then right after that, so then the 5 color lights, white from the crown chakra, red throat chakra, blue heart chakra, yellow navel chakra, then dark blue from the organ chakra. So then 5 color light combined with the nectar emerge from Shakyamuni Buddhas. So then dissolve into your crown chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, navel chakra, organ chakra, dissolve, completely purify all the negative karma that since from beginning this time, completely purify together with the physical sicknesses, mental difficulties, completely purify. So then you yourself, your body become crystal clear. Oh, so that light dissolve into your body, into your mind, dissolve into your body, purify all the physical problems, dissolve into your mind, completely purify all the problems that relate to the mind, such as ignorance, anger, attachment, completely purify. So then you receive all the blessings. Your life filled with the blessings. That's then if you want to continue your meditation, then that's called taking refuge. That's the first sessions. So then after that, sorry, it goes on and on. So then after that, then you aim for your future enlightenment. You focus on your future enlightenment, your future Buddha Dharma Sangha. You focus on that. You focus on your own future enlightenment, Buddha Dharma Sangha. As I said, Buddha is not based on gender. Buddha simply means enlightened beings. Okay. So then you set this common refuge in Bodhicitta prayer. We say the one stanza. So then you just say this one time, no need to say 3 times, just one time. I go for refuge, Buddha Dharma Sangha till I reach enlightenment. That normally you say this one time. So then right after that, so replica of that very Buddha that you are visualizing space before you, replica of that Buddha, imitate, how is it? Emit.
Yes.
From the very Buddha you are visualizing, then dissolve into your body, you yourself become enlightened being. So then light emerge, light irradiate from your body. So then that light touch every living being and they are all become enlightened. So then after that, then you do 4 immeasurable prayers. Then after that, you do 4 immeasurable prayers. In order to boost the 4 immeasurable prayer or practice is to boost your bodhicitta, boost the power of bodhicitta, and remove any obstacles that you may face in order to practice bodhicitta, eliminate all these obstacles. Then I say, make your practice of bodhicitta, make it more strong, make it more strong. So that's why you do this 4 immeasurable, longer version of 4 immeasurable practice. Begin with the equanimities. Loving kindness, compassion, joy. Begin with the equanimities, loving kindness, after that loving kindness, after that compassion, great compassion or Mahakaruna, so then great joy. Okay? So then after that, if you know like any form of Guru Yoga practice, then after that you do Guru Yoga practice. Because then, then after that you need to dissolve the very refuge field that you visualize in order to do refuge meditation or refuge practice. So now that is done, it's completed. So now it's time to dissolve the refuge field. You need to dissolve the refuge field. The way all the cloud on the sky, the way it disappeared within the space. It appeared into the space, it dissolved it disappeared into the space. Likewise, the merit field. Usually also then I just lead the shorter versions. Usually you visualize many different like enlightened figures around the Buddha Shakyamunis. So they all dissolve into Shakyamuni Buddha. Very Shakyamuni Buddha you visualize on this beautiful throne made out of precious jewel. So that Buddha dissolved through your third eye, where that's where the main entrance of central channels. 3 main channels, the central channels. The entrance of the central channel is located between third eye. So that very Buddha that you visualize on this beautiful throne made of precious jewel, dissolve into your third eye. Dissolve through your third eye, then you receive all the blessings. So that is like how to dissolve the refuge field, because you finish the practice. How to dissolve the refuge field. You need to think that you receive all the blessing of the body, spirit, mind. So then after that, if you know any form of Guru devotion practice, or either based on a Lama Chöpa or Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga, 100-day Guru Yoga practice, then you continue. Okay? So then, of course after that, any form of guru yoga practice, but that will take many hours. So that maybe we will not go through that because there's no many hours in this class. I've measured out of 1.5 hours how much time left. So that guru yoga practice that requires many hours. There's all kinds of visualization that you go through. So anyway, after that, so then of course then you focus on space between thought. Another way to say is like introducing to yourself conventional nature of mind. That's what it is. That's what this meditation is called. Or maybe focus on space between thought. Or you are introducing your conventional nature of mind to yourself. How? Focus on the space between thought. Without any worry, any concern, any expectations, nothing to analyze, nothing to judge, nothing to investigate, just focus. Where? Space between thought. And eventually you will realize conventional, you will gain the realizations of or knowledge about your conventional nature of your mind. Nothing to investigate, no expectations, no concern, no worries, no concern that relate to the past, not concern that relate to the present, not concern that relate to the future. Just be present, just focus, no expectations, nothing to analyze, just focus, nothing to find, nothing to look for, just focus. Space between thought. What it looks like space. That's all. It looks like space, nothing else. It doesn't look like anything. It looks like space. So there's quite a bit of practice that you go through. So then the meditation doesn't just begin right away. It's kind of like you kind of prepare. Why you go to all these things? To succeed. To succeed in your meditation, that's all. To succeed. Why you've done all this preparation? To succeed in meditation. Now, little bit, meditate little bit. Meditate on what? Conventional nature of mind. What it looks like? Space. What they refers to? Space between thought. Not that hard to understand. Space between thought. Need to be fully alert. It's not like that. That meditation should not be like you are just fainted, or you are just become drowsy or kind of like sleepy or sluggish. It's not like that. Fully awake. Fully awake. The mindful is up to the level, fullest level, mindfulness, fully alert. Not just that, introspection is very active too. Introspection is very active. Analyzing whether you are sinking or you are getting hyper, analyzing that very closely. That mindset is very alert or very active. What you are focusing on is like clear knowing, that's all. You're focusing on clear knowing. What that looks like doesn't look like anything. Do I need to look for something? No, you don't need to look for something. Just focus. Focusing on what? Clear knowing, conventional nature of mind. What it looks like, space. What that means? Space between thought. Then eventually what happened when thought rise, what happened, what I should do when different thought rise, what I should do nothing. Simply recognize them, don't need to do anything. Simply recognize them, no need to follow. If some of my thought insist what I should do, just let it be, just let it be. Eventually it will come back to the point. What is the point here? Space between thought. If some of the thought that insist to distract me, what I should do, just let it be, just let it go. Like how? Oh, in the ship, you keep some bird in the ship. So when you're sailing long distance, the purpose of that bird is to find the land. So that bird is every single second desperately want to get out. If some of my thoughts act like that, what I should do? Release them. Release them. Don't keep them there, release them. See where it goes. Some of my thoughts during the meditation, if that become like the bird that trapped in cage, every second desperately want to get out, what I should do, keep it there? No, there's no skip, just release. Release them. What happens if I release it? It will fly away, it will go, it will fly. Just let it fly. Eventually the bird will realize there's no other place to land on except the ship. It will come back. Let's come back to the point. That ship is like space between thought. Space between thought. They'll come back to space between thought. Then you are back to your meditation. Like that, okay? So that, then, so then hopefully when we become good at that meditations, focusing on conventional nature of mind, when we become good at that, so then we can search for, we can meditate on ultimate nature of mind, which is shunyata. Rely on Nagarjuna's instructions. The best instructions of meditation on emptiness is Nagarjuna's instructions, Prasankika view. So based on that Nagarjuna instructions, so then we can look at the ultimate nature of mind, because we become so good at looking at the conventional nature of mind, we become so successful, so we kind of like become so good at that meditations. So now you can remain in space between thought. You can remain there quite a while. You can remain there quite a long period of time. So it gives you time to now analyze the ultimate nature of your mind, which is meditating on shunyata. So then that case, you need to rely on Nagarjuna instructions, how to do that. So then once you become so good at that meditations, all the fear finish. All the fear finish. No more fear. No more. No more fear of death, no more fear of rebirth, no fear, zero fear. When you become so good at that meditation, all the fears gone. Cycle breaks, cycle stops, cycle breaks, cycle stops. No more complications. the cycle of complication stops. It stops. Because you realize the true nature of your mind, and you discover the Buddha nature. Eventually you discover the Buddha nature you possess since from beginning this time, you now discover that all the fear will go on, will go, will stop, will cease. Then like Milarepa, you'll have no fear. You'll no fear, no fear. Oh. Okay? So that's the meditation that you go by step, so that if I can learn, definitely you can learn. There's no difference between you and me. There's no difference. Same thing. Maybe some cases, maybe I'm worse than you. So yeah. Yeah, some cases you have more knowledge than I do. But if you put some effort, you could learn. Or it is easy, it's not that easy to learn anything, it's not that easy. Even making a good tea requires some practice. You can't just having a wish, that's not going to qualify you to make good tea. To make good tea, you need to put some effort. Without effort, even like anything like simple as shaving your beard. You can just sit there and just wish that your beard will go away. It will not go away. You need to shave. Yesterday, Neely is fixing my Buddha garden, so Neely did make my Buddha garden so beautiful. Before, they're full of grass, and I'm doing my prayers while Neely is walking there, and all of a sudden I realized a minute ago it doesn't look that beautiful. Now all of a sudden it turns into very beautiful things. Same thing, mind. A minute ago it doesn't look that happy. All of a sudden now it looks kind of happy and kind of looks clean. It's beautiful. It can be like that. Buddha garden. A minute ago it's full of grass. Doesn't look good. But with effort you can transform something that doesn't look good. You can transform that something beautiful. Same like our mind. Minutes ago, I don't feel great, I don't feel good. So after meditation, I feel wonderful. I feel clean, I feel re-energized. Now I see, my life has meaning. Now I see my life is precious. Now I see my life is worth to live. Now I see I feel like every breath that I take has some meaning. Like that. So, so many people, we all have ability. We all have ability to turn things around. We all have ability, but we need some effort. Some effort. If I can learn, you can learn. Then eventually you don't need any books. You can just sit and meditate because everything's here. Because you work hard to build here. Now you don't need book. Wherever you go, you just sit. And you can spend a few hours quite easily sitting there, very comfortably. But the mind is very active inside. It's something happening inside. When people look at you, body is not moving, it's just sitting still there, not playing like frisbee or jumping here, jumping there. Just sitting like a tree, but something happening there, something beautiful is happening inside your mind. So that's the beautiful of learning a practice, and eventually, remember trying to put some effort, then try to memorize and make sure that everything is here. Make sure, So then wherever you go, you can meditate. Wherever you go, you can meditate because you have all the material that you need is in your brain. You can meditate. So then you do this every day. It becomes easier and easier. So then before you turn your car, you finish all meditations. You get into car, Before you tune in your engine, you finish your own meditations like that. Before it takes many, many hours. Now it becomes so, you become so familiar. You get into car. In Tibet, they ride a horse. They have no car. So you ride a horse. Before you put your other feet into the other side of the horse, meditation done. Meditation is finished. Like that. You know. We need that. We need to feed. We need to learn how to make this mind, what we call mind, make this mind. We need to learn how to cheer up this mind. Make sure it doesn't get into depressions. Make sure it doesn't sink into bottom. Make sure it rises all the time. It rises and shines all the time. Make sure it rises and all the shine, at least once a day. Not 24 hours, at least once a day. You know, so then you become so familiar. So then, you know, that's good. So then life can be happier if you live in the cave. When you look around, nothing. We have nothing. You have nothing. You don't have air conditioning. You don't have internet. You don't have iPad. You don't have computer. You don't have any gadget, but your mind is completely filled with joy. I'm still working on Louis to build. In the mountain in Nepal, I'm still thinking to build him.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Build your hut. Jesus, I want to teach Louis that too. Only one door, no window. So, you know, so then wherever you, so I think higher place, higher altitude does have positive impact. Somehow it contributes to wellness of your mind somehow. That's why, you know, great meditators, they go to mountains, you know. But, you know, so we already have our house. I'm not encouraging you to go to mountains, but, you know, just explaining, okay? Well, that's how the meditation has been done. So then it is the way to go. It's the way to go for your liberations. It's the way to go. So at least we can start. Even though this life, even though you can't reach the destination, it's okay. At least you can start. You know, this precious moment, you can start. So nobody knows. You could reach to the destination within this lifetime, because a lot of people did. They are not different than us. What is different? They put effort. That's all. You could reach to that destination according to Lama Tsongkhapa teachings within 12 years. 3 years, 3 months, within 12 years, 3 years, 3 months. Lama Tsongkhapa teaching does have qualities that help you to achieve that destination within 12 years, 3 years, 3 months. There's no question. Lama Tsongkhapa teaching has that ability to help you. If not, at least we can start by focusing, oh, this is the best opportunity I got. This is the best opportunity I got. At least I should start to think towards positive goal, think toward positive goal by going through positive activities, verbal positive activity, mental positive activity, physical positive activities. That's how you start. That's how you start. Okay. So then it's very good, wonderful. Then, you know, so that is the best way you can contribute for the world peace. That's the best way to contribute to world peace. Change in the world, so because that's the best way. That's like great contribution towards better world. Because you are present on this planet has some meaning. Nobody allows you to be fearful because of your presence on the planet. because your life is nurtured by bodhicitta. Nurtured by bodhicitta. Nobody wants to be fearful around you. Even this little insect, minute you see the insects drowning in your water bowl, first thought you comes like, save, you know. So that's the beautiful of, like positive intentions. So even the insect doesn't want to be fearful around your presence. So they'll be safe. They'll be safe. There will be no killing intention rise purposely. That's what I'm saying. That's your contribution for the better world. Better world. Oh. So we can go through these meditations, maybe like when you get together, you talk and discuss, then go to meditation. Then I think we will make some progress. We will make some progress. Then eventually you will realize that your life is very much blessed by those practices. You feel fortunate that you are able to do this practice once a day, or maybe once a week, or maybe twice a week. You feel like that your life is blessed. Then you realize that's exactly, when I'm dying, that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Right now, when I do that, I feel good. More time of death, you'll definitely feel good. Because you know exactly what to do. So there's something that you can begin today. You can start today, something, Okay? So Dharma says now, probably time is over now. Or about
Very
over.
close, Geshe-la, just about 5 minutes, so we can stop if you want to.
Oh, thank you very much. That's wonderful. So, very good. So thank you very much for all of you, especially children. Thank you very much for translating. So please, you try, I myself try. That's all we can do. Meditate, I meditate, we all meditate. Then we all pray for the well-being of all sentient beings, especially now, these difficult times people go through. Seems like never-ending problems. Everybody, so as I request every class, I myself every day pray for well-being of all sentient beings. They're going through physical difficulties, and particularly mental difficulties, all kinds of mental difficulties that people have. So you pray for them, you pray for every single day, you pray for them. Whatever merit you create, you dedicate it for them. So then I'm trying to do that every day. So then you do the same thing, okay? Okay, thank you very much. So all of you have a wonderful Sunday, and anybody watching on YouTube, have a wonderful Sunday. I'll see you then next Sunday. The Lamula will lead the dedications.
The dedication verse is from Master Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food, may the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, or as long as sentient beings remain, until then, may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now the long life prayers. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And a long life prayer for Khensen Rinpoche Jetsun Losang Dalek, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Awatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lamon Tsokpa on bliss and void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. Long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. Then 7 Tara mantras for Geshe-la and Geshe Sampo's long, healthy, happy life. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Oh yeah, thank you again. So have a nice weekend. Oh yeah.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Gracias, Gisela.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Oh yeah.
Gracias, Marta. Gracias, Ale.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Gracias, Donna.
Good to Jay.
Gracias, Zona.